Hey everybody, this is going to be my review of the Remington 597 semi-automatic 22 long rifle. I picked this up at Dick's Sporting Goods here in Connecticut. It was on sale for $199. I was looking for something to hunt small game, plinking, and this 22 just fit the bill for what I was looking for. My choice was between this and the Ruger 1022. The Ruger 1022 has many more aftermarket options if you want to upgrade the trigger, alternate stocks, basically anything you want to do to customize it. If you did the upgrades, I believe the Ruger 1022 would be a better gun. However, I was planning on keeping this just as is, stock, right out of the box, right from the factory. Out of the box, the Remington 597 is a better gun, in my opinion, just as it sits. Especially for the money, for $199, excuse me, the 597 also came with a scope included. It is a Remington variable scope. It's 3x9 by 32 power. When sighting this thing in, it was very quick. It was shooting about 4 inches high, 4 inches to the right. Even though the scope on it says that one click of the dial is going to equal 1 inch at 100 yards. That was not even close. I had to spin the dial around several times to get it to move just that little amount. If I had purchased a Ruger for the same price, it would not have came with a scope. One downside is that this does not come with any iron sights on it. You can see it doesn't have any setup for iron sights. It's intended to be used with a scope. The 597 I got came in the OD green stock, which I think looks pretty cool. It's a full-size stock. Certainly not a child-sized gun, not by any means. It's really well built, really solid. It's a good value for the money. On the first day I got it, I put about 600 rounds through it. I only had one fail to fire. That failed to fire, actually my fault. I didn't clip the magazine in all the way. You can see the magazine here. That's the one that comes with it. I picked up another one. I have a second one. And I also have a 30-round magazine for it as well. When it clicks in, it locks in place. You can hear it snap and lock in. So you take it. I don't know if you could hear that, but that's it locking in. If it's not locked in, not seated all the way, it's definitely, you're going to have problems. It's not going to feed correctly. So when you push it in, like I said, you can feel it lock in place. Both the magazines I have the one that came with the gun. I have a second one I bought that's a factory one, Remington 597 rimfire, and then I also have a 30-round magazine for it in the black. All three magazines I have appear to work perfectly. The only issue I have with any of them is the 30-round magazine. It says it fits 30. It only takes about 25. If you try to put more than 25 in it, it's not going to fit. Just the spring is too tight on it. Maybe after some use, maybe you would ease it up, or you'd be able to fit more in there. But for right now, it only fits 25. The 10-round magazines do just like they're supposed to, and they work perfectly. One thing I do like is how stocky they are. They're really short. It fits the rounds in side by side. It kind of staggers them all in there as they go in, so you can have a nice low profile on it. It doesn't get in your way, and like I said, I showed it to you when it clicked in. It fits really nice and flush with the stock, so it doesn't get in your way at all as you're carrying it or shooting it. But like I said, it must be fully seated. It has to be all the way clicked in to be able to work. Originally, when I was looking for a 597, I was looking for the heavy barrel model. Heavy barrel, it's going to be able to take a little bit more wear. It's not going to heat up as quickly when you're shooting. So originally that's what I was looking for. I was not able to find one local here, so I just ended up getting the standard 20-inch barrel, which is fine. I mean, for me, I'm planning on using it for going outside plinking, for hunting. Just thinking about trudging it through the woods all day. Not having a heavy barrel is going to be a little bit easier to carry around. It did not come with any holes drilled in it to mount a sling to. So that's something I'm going to have to do after. I'm going to have to drill out a couple holes and be able to put the bolts in to be able to put a sling. It was shooting very accurate, keeping a tight grouping. I was about 45 yards out, shooting from a standing position, and it was hitting right on point. It took a little while to sight in. You know, like I said, I had to ratchet it a whole bunch of times, but after I got it where it was supposed to be, I was working perfectly. I actually sighted in using this, the CCI standard velocity 22 long rifle, to 1,070 feet per second. Lead nose, so it's these little guys right here. I sighted in with that. It seemed to be working great. After that, I tried putting some of the lighter loads in, the 36 grain, a little bit faster, 1260 feet per second. Some of the other CCI, or I tried some of the Federal bulk ammo. With the lighter ammo, it was hitting a little bit higher, but it was still hitting consistently. You know, it was hole after hole in the same spot. Overall, I think the gun is a great value for the money. Being just under $200, I'm really pleased with it so far. Out of the box, I think it is better than the Ruger 1022. If you're not planning on doing any upgrades to it, if you're planning on just keeping it like it is, stock. It has absolutely no recoil when shooting it. Like I said, I've had no performance issues so far. You know, I put a bunch of rounds through it. The 30-round magazine had no feeding issues. I saw some reviews. People were complaining about the 30-round magazines that didn't work well or had issues, feeding problems, or seating problems. Mine had none. Everything seems to, I don't know if I just got lucky with a lucky batch or if they've fixed things since those issues, but everything seemed to work perfect. And like I said, it's a great value for the money. It's a cool looking gun, and a lot you can do with it. So, all right, good luck, guys. Have fun. Any questions, put it in the comments.